Welcome back to the Coding Fanatic YouTube channel. I'm your host Richard, and here at Coding Fanatic, I'm all about helping new Android developers growing quickly, focusing on your projects, learning new skills, and finding the best ways to work with others. These are the skills that I focused on to grow as a developer, and now I'm passing my lessons on to you. If that sounds like content that you are interested in, hit subscribe, turn on notifications. You'll be the first to know when I upload new videos like this each week. Also head to the Coding Fanatic website, join the mailing list, and you'll get access to the extra emails that go out during the week and extra information that I don't really go over in videos and on social media. Road to Pro is a series dedicated to the road to becoming a professional. I give you guys tips and advice on the soft skills that are more necessary in Android development or software development in general. In the last Road to Pro video, I went over some of the do's of socializing online. So some tips for ways that you can build a network of folks online. The whole idea is to, within these social media networking apps and places, build a sub network of people that you can talk to or reach out to regarding help with your journey as a developer. So that was what the last episode was about the do's, but this episode is more about some of the pitfalls to avoid. So let's say you've already established your network of developers and people online. This is how you protect that group and keep it as consistent as possible. Now, the first tip is a little obvious. Do not badmouth your boss online. It doesn't matter if you're already in the developer industry or you're working your way in. Don't talk bad about your boss or people, your coworkers in general. Don't talk bad about people at work on social media. If you want to build that network of people and they see you trashing other folks online, they'll be discouraged from really associating with you online. So the best thing to do is, and I get it, like we all have those coworkers who just, man, sometimes they can be a little rough to work with, and even bosses as well. But at the same time, you don't want to post that publicly for the world to see. The whole point of using social media is to network with other people. I get that sometimes it feels good to kind of bond over like shared experiences with other people, but don't do that. It seems kind of obvious, but a lot of times people have a habit of trying to justify their feelings or justify things they're saying by saying, well, so and so did this or said that, so because of that, now I'm going to go to Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and I'm going to tell you all about the bad things this person said in the workplace and why I don't like them. Don't do it. It's very off-putting, and you can really push some people away. But let's be honest, you really don't want your boss to see these things that you post online. The world can see what you put up. So the last thing you want is for your manager or your team lead or whoever to see you bad-mouthing them on social media. It doesn't look good, especially if you're using a company account or anything, or if you posted your job in the past and told people, oh, I work at so-and-so, or hey, I just got this job here, and then like 2 months later saying, oh man, my manager is a piece of shit and he said this thing today or whatever, blah blah blah. It's like, whether you're in the right or wrong, it doesn't really make a difference. You're still bad mouthing them, and it's still there on the internet for people to see. So definitely don't want to do that. A lot of these companies do ask for social media when you apply, so they could follow you or have someone in HR or whoever follow you. You would never know for sure. So, I mean, they could even make a fake account, right? Just to see what you're doing. Someone could easily do that. Information is out there. So I would say be very careful about, just don't badmouth your boss online, period. Number 2, don't tell people not to post online or tell people what not to post. Either way, it's kind of messed up. I know that I just told you not to talk bad about your boss online, but this is a tip for things to avoid so that you can build a better network on social media. And by telling someone, hey, I didn't like that post, take it down, or hey, you should delete this, or don't talk about this, don't talk about that. Things like that. When you try to boss people around, especially content creators, it's really off-putting. A lot of work goes into making, whether it's an article, video, podcast, whatever. And if you see content or that if you've consumed content and you didn't like it, there's a dislike button on YouTube for a reason. Just hit dislike or leave them a comment and give them some feedback on what they can do better next time. But kind of telling people, trying to boss them around or just like micromanage other content creators, not a good move. So definitely beware of that while you're on social media. That's something that I've seen with tutorials where people might say, oh, redo the tutorial but do it this way, and it doesn't help the creator at all. Even if it's a good idea, give someone something constructive, something they can work with. So yeah, remember, we're all in this together, so keep it civil and let's come together as one. Number 3, do not talk about politics on your account. I repeat, do not talk politics on your account. I do not care whether you are red, blue, green, or something in between. Do not talk politics on your account. Okay? I can't tell you how many developers I've seen fall into this trap, especially being so close to a major area where politics is kind of a big deal. I've seen countless developers get into these long-winded discussions and go back and forth over who's in the White House, who did this thing, what scandal just came out, and all types of stuff that are completely unrelated to Android or any type of software development whatsoever. Now, this might net them more followers in the end, but I'm not here to gather followers and try to appease the crowd. I feel that as a developer, if you want to network with other developers, then your focus should be on meeting like-minded folks and then working with them to learn more about Android and learn more about development. That's really the whole point of this whole gig. But once you start talking about politics and things like that, you stray away from that and you lose focus. Now, if you are into politics and you want to talk about them, that's cool. But I strongly suggest making a separate account. It doesn't have to be, you could still be you on that other account, if you want to be front facing. But I would be very cautious about it, especially taking it back to what I said about the whole thing about talking about your boss. Remember, people can see what you post on your account. So once you start talking about, oh, I hate this person or I don't like that person, then, that's there for the world to see forever. So you don't want to. And on top of that, someone might come to your account. You might be really good as a developer, but you retweeted or started talking about this topic that's very sensitive for someone else. And that person might have had a question that you could answer or vice versa. And you just alienated them because you wanted to lean into your political alignment on your account that you use for talking about software development. So I would say just keep it at the family dinner table where it belongs, or in your personal life, or just make another account. But if you have an account you're using for software development or for talking to other software developers, then leave the politics out of it. Tip number 4, do not argue with other people. Don't argue with other people on social media. It's never worth it. I don't care who came up with the bug fix. I don't care who thinks that Java is better than Kotlin. Do not get into an argument. You guys can have a peaceful, intelligent discussion about what you prefer or dislike about different tech stacks and tools for development. That's all good. And you can learn a lot that way too. So I encourage you to, if someone is talking about a specific tool or resource, ask them, well, why not use X? Why not use this? Why not use that? When I worked at one of the previous gigs I did, they upgraded our laptops to install a new antivirus suite. And I, at the time, wasn't sure why we needed it, because the one we were using before, I thought it was just fine. So I asked, like, is this really necessary for us to upgrade to this other thing? Like, why not just keep what we have right now? And they broke it down for me, explained some of the shortcomings of the previous system and what the new one had to offer. I never would have known that stuff if I didn't speak up and ask a question. But what I didn't do was start ranting and raving about how, oh, you guys are dumb, or you don't know what you're doing, or I'm A+ certified and we wouldn't do it this way, or anything like that. Like, and granted that's in real life, but the same principle still applies. Don't argue with people. You catch more bees with honey. And remember that we're here to find like-minded folks and network with them, right? That's why that's the whole point of social media. You know, electricity was not invented so that we could find new ways to fight each other. We're here today as a result of people coming together and doing things as a team. So, you know, as a developer, you should look to find those teams of people and work with them. You know, even if it's someone you might have a disagreement with them, but there's no need to argue back and forth. You know, in this day and age, it's very easy to get offended by things because there's so many new ways to network with other people and talk to them. You're going to hear something you don't like eventually. Block the person, ignore them, or unfollow them, or do whatever, but do not engage in negative discourse. It doesn't do anything except create more issues. Don't do it. And for my final tip, the last one. This one might seem a little obvious, but don't join online arguments. I know I said not to argue with people before. Now I'm telling you, do not join an argument. So don't start them, don't join them, don't take any part in them whatsoever. If you don't like what the person or people are talking about, ignore it. Put your phone down, go take a walk, and come back. Your feed will be refreshed with brand new content for your enjoyment. It's just not worth it, okay? Plus, it doesn't do anything. If you argue with someone online, this is the internet. You don't know who's on the other end of that screen. Someone could be on their computer with their friends saying, hey, let's troll this guy. Or someone, you know, the people who have a lot of time on their hands, they find ways to do that. You know, you never know. And ultimately, like, if you're talking about software development and someone comes in and tries to start an argument or try to put you down or something like that, then they really have no business in this industry whatsoever. But regardless, I've seen it happen. People they think that, oh, this is the same as just being on the internet normally. Like, yeah, it's my developer account, but you know, I'm a decorated developer who has years of experience, and I'm here to throw my weight around and tell you all that you guys are ignorant, or you guys don't know what you're talking about. This is not this information. What are you talking about? Kotlin is the future, man. Java is better. You guys don't know I've been a Java developer for 25 years and blah blah blah. You know, people just are weird like that, man. They have nothing better to do. But let those people be them. Let them do what they want to do. You know, just if someone tries to come in and say anything negative, then just remind them that, hey, look, I'm Richard Clark. I'm an Android developer, and I'm here to network with other folks and learn ways I can improve as a developer while sharing what I've learned with new people. And if they have anything negative to say to that, block them. You don't have to go back and forth, and the world will never see it. It's gone. It's disappeared. It's Thanos snapped away. You'll never ever see. No one will ever see this again. There's no record of you talking to this person or anything. You don't have to worry about it. But that, you know, some people, I guess they feel a sense of pride about their beliefs, and well, we all do in some way. And when you come across something that challenges those beliefs, it's very easy to get emotional and feel as though you should defend what you believe in. But the reality of it is that you're not in any imminent danger. This person's ideas are not a threat in any way, shape, or form. And you are still learning as a developer at the end of the day. So no matter what type of negative exchange you might come across online, it actually bears nothing on you. It doesn't have any bearing on you whatsoever. No more than you're willing to give it. It has no more power over you than you are willing to give it and the person on the other end of the screen. So my advice to you would be to keep your discussions positive and focused on development. And if people try to challenge that, then remind them what you're here to do. And if they continue, then you block them, or just block them outright. There's no reason for you to get emotionally involved and get upset. It's Android development. It's software development. It's a black screen. It's just a phone, man. You don't have to worry about it. Nothing's gonna happen, you know. But you know, that's this is the world we live in. It's the 21st century, and in the year 2021, there are a lot of people more people are online now than ever, and some of them don't have the best things to say. They're out there, but if you keep your conversations polite and you stay positive and just remove all the negativity from your timeline and things like that, you got nothing to worry about. You'll meet a lot of great developers and like-minded folks, and you guys are going to build great things together. Trust me, I would know. With all that being said, thank you all again for tuning in. I'm your host, Richard, and if you like content like this, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that good stuff. Head to the codingfanatic.com, to the website, join the mailing list, and you get more words like this than I post on social media or in these videos. But yeah, with all that being said, I hope you guys have fun online, meet some great folks, and stay out of trouble. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.